Tuesday's results seem like the beginning of the end for the MAGA era. Assuming things are free and fair in 26 and beyond, can't outrun reality. Their record is fucking abysmal. Like, who looks at what they've done the last 9 months and thinks like this is making anything better? You're murdering people that we don't even know who the fuck they are. And in certain cases, we do know because the ones who survived have been fishermen from Trinidad and Tobago in the fucking Caribbean using these are just extrajudicial killings, just flat out. And part of it is they're just trying to bait Venezuela into a fucking war so we can take their oil. Like, you're doing all of this. Meanwhile, you're sending ice masked thugs to tear communities apart. And dude, if I'm telling you, if you know anybody who knows Latinos, they know people who are being affected and families ripped apart. I got a text last night that from one of my good friends who also lives in the city, his kid's best friend's dad got picked up and he was all involved in their school and blah, blah, blah. Not a criminal, no criminal record whatsoever. And we're tearing communities apart. So now think about those kids' lives. Who's going to pay for them to go to college? Are they going to be able to are they going to be able to like invest in their future here? Are they going to have to go somewhere else here? They've been here their whole lives. I think the kids are American citizens. The point I'm trying to make is I've made this point to you about like why it's immoral to do what they're doing. You can make a choice on immigration. You have a choice to make. You can either live in a dilapidated, fucked up, ruinous ethnostate, or you can live in a place of economic prosperity, but you don't get to do anything else. These are the choices. Either you recognize that these people are, again, there's many other reasons beyond the economic contribution about why you want them here, but just on that level alone, it is mathematically fucking impossible in the future to pay for government programs, necessary third rail ones, without them. And when you start ripping them out of communities, you're ripping out buyers, you're ripping out people who would, in a place that leads to this book by Zeke Hernandez, The Truth About Immigration. And one of the most important contributions that they make, including for generational levels, is the amount of investment that they procure. He talks about there were German settlers in the early 1800s or early 19th century in parts of Pennsylvania. In fact, you might even seen like there's like, some German speaking, I think Amish up there as well. But there were German immigrants and they had settled in these places in Germany. And if you actually look at it, what's one of the places that German companies from Germany invest in terms of jobs that they have here or other products that they sell to the American population? They run heavily through those same communities that settled there. It's the same thing when South Koreans come. Where do you think that South Korean businesses end up channeling the money that they invest? It's to places that they have these localized, Americanized communities. You rip all that shit out. What the fuck do you think is going to happen? The economic problems that go down the line are extraordinary. Less money in the tax base, less money on the consumer side, less money on the investment side. This makes things shitty. It makes things work badly. They're here because of predominantly labor shortages. I have been saying this whole fucking time. This debate over immigration is absolutely divorced from the fucking facts. Because once you actually look at what the facts are, the proven facts, and then you look at the debate, you're like, what the fuck are y'all talking about? Well, they commit crimes more than natives. No, the fuck they don't. Not even illegal immigrants. All of them commit at rates less than American citizens. All of them. And you're tearing out parts of these community fabric. You're tearing out parts of the economic engine. You're tearing out parts of the community roots. So he's doing all of that. Then you got these tariffs, which are causing localized depressions in places like Nebraska and Iowa, to say nothing of now the war on renewable resources, which is doubling Iowa's problems. By the way, ginning up emergencies to send troops into places like my city and Chicago and LA, and God only knows what else is going to happen. By faking emergencies to claim tariff powers, he had to fake emergency powers for that. Supreme Court looks like it's going to put an end to that fucking bullshit. Groceries are no cheaper. Electricity is skyrocketing. Why? What is the record of fucking achievement here? They've done a Terrible job, dude. All this fucking guy had to do was take office. Inflation wasn't great under Biden, certainly, but it was slowly moderating down. All he had to do was go golfing and let shit settle to get a little bit better each time, make incremental gains. And dude, they would govern for the rest of my natural lifetime. But no, that's not what they did. He put Stephen fucking Miller in charge, who wants an ethnostate and is willing to ruin the country to get there, to say nothing of illegally tearing out government agencies, which, by the way, then end up being the exact same cost of what we're giving to Argentina, even if they have to pay it back, which who even fucking knows if they will. All of that, destroying the Department of Education, making medical debt go back on your credit report, making people have to go back to spending on outrageous forms of student debt. Like, what the fuck? Why would you win an election? This is why they wanted to gerrymander. You can't win on this shit. Ask yourself, are your bills cheaper? Mine are not. Is your electricity cheaper? Mine is not. Does your community seem more tight-knit with Gestapo thugs ripping people off the fucking streets? I can assure you mine does not. Did you vote for wars in Nigeria or Venezuela? I can tell you I did not. What is the record of achievement here? Oh, I guess they're the 9 trans athletes in the NCAA can't go into the other locker room. Congratulations. Great. What an achievement. Wow. Amazing. Our cup runneth fucking over. Way to have your eye on the ball. They can't govern. You know it. I don't even have to say it. You fucking know it. They can't govern. They're bad at it. And that is why they are setting up their own demise. And by the way, not just because this experiment will have failed, but now the Groypers are on their way up on the right-hand side of things. That's another fight that's going to happen down the line. And by the way, have you seen how insane the right is being to Indian immigrants? I mean, one of the most successful immigrant groups that have done nothing as an aggregate force, I should say, but essentially improve America's lot and are key contributors to the American experience in countless ways. And they're just getting racially abused. What the fuck do you think the long-term consequence is of that? Did you see how much Latinos swung from one direction to the other? What would be the record you would win on? You can't win with that. You can only win if you can gerrymander, and they're going to fuck that one up too. Prop 50 passes, and with the way that things are set, with the redistricting in Texas only works if you've got the Trump margins from 24 to do it, not the ones that exist now. You're going to end up fucking up the whole thing. They can't win. It's a failed fucking experiment. They can only win if they don't have free and fair elections, and I know it, and all of you know it. You know it. It has been a dramatic 9 months of outrageous failure. And the elections, people could say, oh, yeah, Virginia's reliably Dem. It wasn't in all my lifetime. But the fucking margins that they won with Latinos, with men. Dude, Mamdani for men, 18 to 29, plus 40. Spanberger, who I don't even like that much, plus 15. They can't win. They can't win.